So let's all make our way onto the mats if we're not on our mats already. We're going to start in a cross-legged position this evening. If sitting cross-legged isn't that comfortable for you, then just find a comfortable seated position. If you've got a cushion or something you want to pop under your bottom just to lift the hips and make it a little easier, then go ahead and do that now. We'll bring the hands onto the knees and just close the eyes here. So we're just going to take a moment of stillness before we start moving the body. Just allowing everything to settle down, allowing that mind to slow down so that you can bring your focus into the present moment, onto your yoga mat, so that you can just spend the next 45 minutes just focusing on the movement of your body. So let's start by bringing the attention, first of all, onto the breath. So in yoga, we're going to try and inhale and exhale through the nose. So just starting to lengthen the inhale and the exhale now. And if you need to give that busy mind something to do, then an option is to count the inhale and the exhale. So maybe we count the inhale for 3 or 4 counts and then the same with the exhale. As you inhale, filling the lungs with air and expanding the tummy. Then exhale to let it all go, let those shoulders melt down away from the ears. And just try to use that exhale just to let go of anything that doesn't serve you, let go of any tension. Good, and then on your next inhale, we're going to open the eyes as we lengthen the arms all the way up to the sky. So lifting out of the waist and creating a lovely long spine here. We're going to exhale, lean over to the right-hand side, coming into a nice side stretch to the left-hand side of the body. Good. Inhale, lift up through the center, and then exhale all the way over to the other side. A lovely stretch down that right-hand side of the body. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to the right. Good. And then from here, we're just going to take some nice big circles with that arm. Just slowly sweeping it forward and round, just opening up, mobilizing the shoulder joints. Go a couple of times one direction, and then take it the other direction. Good. Just moving that arm in whatever way feels nice. And then we'll find stillness in that side bend. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, over to the other side. And again, go ahead, take those big sweeping circles with the arm. Nice. A couple of times in each direction. Good, and then we'll find stillness. And then inhale to lift up and then bring that right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. So whichever arm you had lifted over the head, that's the one that's going to go behind. And then opposite arm to opposite knee. Good, switching that up. So the right hand is going to go to the left knee, left hand behind as you take a twist in the opposite direction. Good, and let's bring the hands in front of the legs as we slowly just walk the hands forward and fold the upper body over the legs. Don't worry about how far you can come down here. Just fold down as far as you can feel a nice stretch in your hips. Good. And the more you practice, the more you'll be able to fold. Good, inhale, walking the hands back in, bring the hands behind the hips and open that chest towards the sky, drawing the shoulder blades together. Good, release. Cross over your legs so the opposite leg is in front. Then bring the hands back in front and walk them away. Good, just relaxing down, relaxing the head wherever you are. Maybe closing the eyes. You should feel a slightly deeper stretch in the other hip. Good. Let's inhale, walk the hands back in, bringing the hands behind the hips and open that chest again. Option here, just an option, is to lift the bottom from the mat and come up onto the knees. So just opening the front of those hip flexors. Good, and then we'll lower all the way back down. Roll over the knees or just find a comfortable way to come into an all fours position. So we're in our nice box shape here. Stacking the joints so the wrists are directly under the shoulders and the knees are directly underneath the hips. Warming up the spine and the abdominals now. Inhale to lower the tummy, bring the gaze forward, look up. Good, and then exhale, round the spine, bring the chin to the chest. Good, use that inhale, drop the tummy, arch the back, bring the gaze forward and up. Good, and then exhale to round chin to chest. So we'll take a couple more rounds just like this, linking the movement to the breath. So just go at your own pace, no rush. Feeling that movement between flexion and extension of the spine. Feeling that nice stretch in the tummy. Good, and then when you've had enough of that, we'll meet back in our neutral spine position. From here, start to extend the right heel towards the back of the mat. So we're going to float that leg up so the leg is in a nice straight line with the body. Gaze can be down between the hands. Use the exhale to draw the knee into the nose, curl up, rounding the spine. Inhale, take the leg long. Exhale, bring the knee in. Good. Inhale, the leg long. Exhale, bring it in. Good. And then take that leg long once more, send energy through the heels, and use an exhale to lower the chest down towards the mat, bending through the elbows. Good. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And we'll go one more time, exhaling to lower. Good. Bring it back up, lower that right knee. Let's take another cow cat here. So inhale, lower the tummy, bring the gaze forward and up, arching that back, and then exhale to round, bring the chin to the chest. Good. Finding your way back to that neutral spine. Let's start to extend the left heel towards the back of the mat. Good. Take an inhale here and then exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Good. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, draw it in. Good. Inhaling back. And exhale in. Good. So now take that leg back. Keep it extended, energy through the heels as you use an exhale to lower the chest down towards the mat. Little push up. Inhale, come up. Two more. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, push up. And then exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, push. Bring that left knee down, and this time take some nice big circles with the hips. So send the hips all the way back towards the feet, out to the side, to the front, or just wiggle your hips around in whatever way feels nice for you this evening. There's no one that can see you, so you can just move freely, however feels good. Good, and then we'll meet back in our neutral spine. So spreading those fingertips nice and wide so we can really grip into the mat through the hands. We're going to tuck the toes and just hover the knees. So literally we just want the knees maybe an inch from the mat as we start to work into the shoulders and the core. So the gaze can be down between the hands, keeping that neck nice and long. Good, I'm just going to hold here for a few breaths. Good, for 3, for 2, and 1. Good, lower the knees and tuck the toes, just wiggle the hips side to side for a moment, left and right, east and west. Good, and then re-tucking the toes. This time lift the knees up about halfway. So nice generous bend in those knees still. Now keeping the legs where they are, we're going to see if we can take the upper body, the chest towards the thighs. So lovely long arms pushing the earth away evenly between both hands. So creating length in the spine first of all. Then keeping the spine in this position, let's see if we can lift the tailbone and start to lengthen the legs. So the heels move towards the mat, but they by no means have to meet the mat. Good, we're always trying to work on flexibility in the back before we work on those hamstrings. Good, should we walk the dog here? Yep, so let's pedal the heels one at a time towards the mat. So you're feeling a nice stretch deeper into the hamstrings now. So lowering one heel, bending the opposite knee. Good. Nice. And then from here, we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. So we're meeting in a forward fold towards the back of the mat. Feet are about hip distance apart. So have quite a generous bend in your knees so you can find a connection between your tummy and the tops of your legs. Let the head hang heavy. Bring the hands behind the shins or the ankles. Good. And then trying to keep that connection, tummy to thighs. See if you can just lift the tailbone towards the sky. You just feel that change, the dynamic of the posture. So you're now feeling more of a stretch in the hamstrings, perhaps. Let's take a twist here. So deeply bend in that left leg as you straighten the right leg. Bring the left hand down to either the shin, the foot, or the floor as you extend that right arm to the sky. If it's comfortable for your neck, the gaze can follow the right fingertips. Good. Exhale, bring the right hand down, switch sides. So deeply bend in the right leg, lengthen that left leg as you extend the left arm to the sky. Good. Bring the left hand down. Let's meet back in that central fold position. From here, we're going to walk the hands back out and meet me in a high plank. So here we want the palms under the shoulders, body in a nice straight line, heels, hips, shoulders. Going through our first vinyasa here. So this is a move we repeat quite frequently during the class. So first one, so we'll just stay with level one. Lower the knees. The chest and the chin come down with the elbows in, and then we inhale to slide onto the belly. Coming into a little back bend, not too high, just at the minute. So the elbows are in, the shoulders are down and away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes, bottom comes back to the heels, and then you lift the hips up and back, down dog. So it's absolutely fine to bring some movement into the dog here if you still feel like you want to pedal those heels and really stretch the legs out, then go for it. Before we all find stillness. Let's use an inhale and take that right leg high to the sky. So three-legged dog. Doesn't matter how high your leg lifts, just take it up as much as is comfortable for you. Then we're going to open the hips, so stack that right hip on top of the left and bring the heel towards the bottom, down dog split. So trying to push evenly into the back with both hands here. Good, and then use an exhale to step that right foot forward to the outside of the right hand, so towards the front of the mat. Take a few steps if you need. So both hands are now on the inside of the right foot as we lower the left knee. Have a wiggle around here, shifting the hips from left to right. Good. And then staying up here if this feels like enough of a stretch, or maybe experimenting. See how it feels to come down onto the left elbow and maybe the right elbow. Hugging that right knee in, nice and tight to the shoulder. Let the head be heavy, no tension in the neck. Option to have a play around with that back leg here, so maybe we tuck the toe and lift the knee. Good. Another option is to keep the top of the foot on the floor and then lift the knee. Just engages a few more muscles in that left leg. Good. Lower the knee if you've got it lifted. Find your way back onto the hands if you're on the forearms and wiggle that right foot in between the hands. From here, we're going to shift the hips back as we peel that right foot off the mat, drawing the toes towards the face. Option to take the left hand and just pull the toes in so you can just feel more of a stretch in the calf. Good. And then we're going to roll all the way forward so the sole of the foot finds the earth again, and we'll inhale to take the arms up to the sky for a low lunge, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Let's take that left hand to the right thigh. Right hand comes behind as we come into a gentle twist. And then take it the other way. Good, hands are going to come down to the mat. Frame the right foot, step back into your plank. So sticking with knees, chest, chin, if that feels best, or if you're feeling a little bit stronger this evening, then maybe you lower the body down in one straight line. Hovering or coming all the way down onto the mat. Inhaling onto the tops of the feet, lift the chest. Open the heart, elbows in. Exhale, roll over the toes, finding your way back to downward dog. Good. And again, have a wiggle here if that feels nice. Before we find stillness. Gaze can be up between the thighs or maybe all the way up to the belly. Good, use an inhale, take that left leg high to the sky. Again, it doesn't matter how high, just take it up to the sky. And then open the hip. So stacking that left hip on top of the right, and then bring the heel towards the bottom. Exhale to float that left foot forward. It lands on the outside edge of the mat, outside of your left hand, lowering the right knee on top of the toe. So both hands are on the inside of the left foot, and let's have a wiggle. So just shift the hips left to right. Good, seeing how that feels. And then finding stillness, either staying here if this feels like plenty of a stretch for you, or maybe you play around, find one forearm, maybe you find both forearms. If you're on the forearms, let the head go. Good, hugging the left knee nice and tight into that left shoulder. If you had a play with the back leg on the other side, do it here. So maybe tuck the toe, lift the knee. Maybe stay on the top of the foot and then try and lift the knee. This requires a little bit of ankle flexibility as well. Don't worry too much if that's not there for you tonight. Good, lower the knee. If we're on the forearms, let's make our way back onto the hands, wiggle that left foot so it's in between the hands and shift the hips back. Sitting back into our half splits, peeling that left foot off the mat. Again, an option to use that right hand to draw the toes towards you, just bringing the calf into it. Good, then we're using inhale to roll forward, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Good. Taking the twist here, so that right hand's going to come on the outside of the left leg, left hand to the right leg, and then reverse it. Good, bringing the hands forward, frame the left foot. We're going to tuck the back toe and step the right foot forward this time. So we meet in a forward fold now, this time at the front of the mat. Good, so maybe the hands come behind the heels or the shins. You're using the arms like levers to bring the upper body closer to the legs. And then we're going to trail those fingertips up the front of the legs as we uncurl the spine, one vertebra at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. When we get to the top, we're going to roll those shoulders up, back and down, and find our way into our mountain pose. So here, ideally, we want the big toes touching, maybe a gap in the heels, standing nice and tall, draw the tummy in. Arms are coming down by the sides of the body, palms facing the front of your mat. Use an inhale to take the arms up to the sky, create a lovely long body, as tall as we can. Then you're going to find a prayer above the head. Bring that prayer down to the chest, and exhale to fold the chest over the thighs. Release the fingertips to the earth. Inhale to come up halfway and find a flat back. Good, exhaling to fold, plant the hands, right leg's gonna go back. Good, so we're in a runner's lunge here with our left knee over our left ankle and our right leg extended. From here, we're gonna inhale to lift the torso up into our high lunge. Good. Take the arms wide here, out east to west. And then we're gonna exhale to float the torso towards that front leg. Bring the arms under the leg and just hold on to the opposite elbows, opposite hands. Good, try not to collapse the upper body onto that thigh. Try and use some leg strength, some core strength, just to hover. Inhale, lift up, take the arms wide. We'll do 2 more just like this. So exhale, float forwards. Arms come around the leg. Hands to opposite elbows. Opposite hands, opposite elbows. You know what I mean. Inhale to lift. Good, and then one more time. Exhale, come down. Excellent, then we're going to place the right palm down on the mat as you extend the left arm to the sky for a twist. Good. And then bringing that left hand down, we're going to step back into our plank pose. Good, so we're just going to hold here for a moment. A little bit more work into the core, just a little bit. So lift up that right foot and bring the knee forward to tap the right elbow. So we're bending the knee, bringing it forward, hovering it there for a moment. Good, really lifting the shoulders, pushing the earth away. Good, step that foot back. Same on the left side, so bring the left knee forward, hovering. Good, really good, then take it back. We're gonna take a vinyasa here again, so lowering the knees, the chest and the chin are coming down in one straight line. I'll demo the knees, chest, chin version again. So come down to the knees. The chest and the chin come down, then inhale to slide forward and up into your back, bend elbows in. Exhale, tuck the toes, bottom comes back to the heels, and then we lift on up, downward facing dog. Good. So lifting that right leg high to the sky with an inhale. And then exhale, step that right foot forward between the hands. So we're going to find our high lunge on this side now. So inhaling to bring the upper body up. Good. And then take the arms wide. So same thing this side. We're going to exhale to fold forward over that front leg. Bring the arms underneath the leg. Hold on to your elbows. Inhale, lift and open. Good. Exhale, float forwards. Good. Inhale, lift and open. Good. Exhale forwards one more time. Good. Then release that left palm down as you extend the right arm to the sky. Good. And right fingertips come down. This time we're going to step the left foot forward, meeting in that forward fold. Deeply bend in the knees as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, find a prayer, bring it down to the chest. Release into your mountain pose. When the next inhale comes, use it, sweep the arms up, find your prayer, bring it into the heart. Fold the chest over the thighs and release the hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway, lift that back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, set your left leg back. So from here, we're going to come into our warrior two. So to do this, we turn the back foot so it's parallel with the short foot of the mat. We're going to try and push into the outside edge of that foot as we inhale to cartwheel the arms up and out. Good. So we want the right knee over the right ankle stacked. The front foot is going vertically towards the front of the mat and the back foot is horizontal. So the front heel is in line with the back arch. Good. From here, we're going to inhale, lift it all the way up to the sky, straighten that front leg. And then when we exhale to come into our triangle. So bring the right arm down, left arm up. Good. So we've got both legs as straight as we can get them. Don't worry if the front leg isn't straight. And then float this right arm up, out ahead of you. So you're creating a right angle with your arms, really working deeply into the core here. And from here, we're going to sweep the arms forward, turn the torso towards the front leg. And then exhale, fold over that front thigh. You'll feel quite an intense stretch in the hamstring, so just come up a little higher if it's a bit much. Good. And then turn onto the back toes as you plant the hands either side of the right foot, step back into your plank pose. Good, let's take some side planks here. So lower the right knee, come onto the right hand, extend the left arm to the sky. So this is your option one. Yeah. Actually, let's all do this a little bit. So we're going to lift the left leg. So we're creating a nice straight line. Left leg all the way up the body. Then we are going to bend the knee. So the foot goes behind us as we take the left hand. And see if you can grab hold of that foot. Good, pushing the foot into the hand, feeling a really nice stretch in that left quad. Good, and then release it and take the left foot all the way down to the mat. So another option here for your side plank is to bring that right foot into the game. So you've got your right foot in front of your left foot, extend the left arm. Or maybe you want to stack your feet one on top of each other. Or maybe if you're feeling super strong, you want to lift the top leg. Just all options, stick with whichever variation is best for you. Good. And then rolling into your forward plank. Let's take that left knee down as we roll onto the left hand. Extend the right arm to the sky. So lifting your right leg. So you're creating a nice straight line with the body and the leg. Then bend in the leg, bringing the foot behind. See if you can grab hold of that foot with the right hand. Pushing the foot in to your hand and feeling a nice stretch in the right quad. Good, release the foot, take the right foot all the way down to the mat. Maybe you want to bring the left foot into the game. So left foot goes in front of the right foot. Or maybe you stack the feet one on top of each other. Or maybe you take that right leg to the sky. Good, and then coming down wherever we are, let's meet back in that forward plank. Taking a vinyasa here, so either knees, chest, chin, or if you want to do what we call a chaturanga, we lower down in one straight line, hovering just above the ground, halfway, as you inhale, up. Into your upward facing dog. If you're in upward dog, you're on the tops of the feet with the legs engaged. And then exhale, roll over the toes, downward dog. Good. So inhale, take that left leg up to the sky. Before you exhale to bring it all the way forward between the hands. Help it long if you need. And we're going to find our warrior two this side. So that back foot turns parallel with the short edge of the mat as you use an inhale to sweep the arms up and out at shoulder height. So check in with those arms, make sure the back one isn't just, having a little rest back there. Send energy through the fingertips. Good, inhaling to bring the arms up over the head, lengthen that front leg. And then exhale to come into a triangle so the torso comes down, the left arm's coming to the inside of the left leg, and you're creating a nice straight line from the top of your right fingertips to the bottom of your left fingertips. Good, gaze can be down towards the bottom foot or maybe up towards the top fingertips, whichever feels most comfortable. And then bring that left arm up, so we're creating a right angle with our arms. Before we float both arms forward, and then float to fold down over that front leg. Just relax the head. Good. And then we'll turn onto the back toes, frame the left foot as you step the right foot forward. Deep bend in the knees as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the prayer down to your chest. Take a quick drink if you need a drink. I'm going to have one. I do a lot of talking. Give me a quick thumbs up if everyone's okay that I can see there. Yeah, awesome. Great. Okay, let's continue. So coming back to the front of the mat, just making sure you've got a little bit of space ahead of you here. Bring the hands to the hips. We're going to bring the weight into our right leg. As you come up on to the left toes and just start to lift the leg out ahead of you. Now again, doesn't matter how high that the left leg goes. Just lift it. Standing nice and tall, thinking about lengthening the spine. We're going to exhale, take the leg out to the side. Good. And it's okay if the leg drops a little bit. It's just all down to the flexibility in the hips. Good, bring the leg forward. Then from here, we're going to take the leg all the way behind. So flex the foot, float the torso forward as the left leg goes back. Good, so don't worry if you're wobbly here. Good, maybe the hands leave the hips and find a prayer at the chest. Maybe you like to extend the arms all the way out ahead of you. Or maybe the arms come all the way back. Good, and then we're going to deeply bend in this right leg as we bring the fingertips down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Good, so turning that left foot parallel with the short edge, let's find that warrior two posture. Inhale, sweep the arms up and out. Good. Bringing the left arm behind the back. Left arm, behind the back. So either it's on the small of the back or maybe you can wrap it all the way around and grab a hold of that right side. So just bend deeply into the front leg. Yeah, we're going to travel forward, leaning really nice and far forward over that front thigh, reaching with the right fingertips before we flip the palm. And then from here, we're going to keep our legs exactly where they are as we take the torso back. So the right arm is alongside the right ear. We're rotating the chest towards the sky. Good. And then from here, this right arm's going to come forward. The elbow can land, first of all, on the right thigh. Or maybe you want to take that right arm down to the earth. If you have a bind in your practice and you want to do that now, go ahead. So here, we take the right arm under the right leg and maybe we clasp the hands behind the back. Just an option. Stay here if this is good, or here. Good. And then find your way back to your warrior two. Clasp the hands behind the back, draw the shoulders down and away, and exhale, fold to the inside of the right thigh. Just folding as much as is comfortable. And then use an inhale, lift yourself back up. Find your warrior two. Arms are going to come up and over frame. The right foot step back into your plank pose. So taking your vinyasa here, either knees, chest and chin, inhaling into our cobra, lift the chest. And then exhale, downward dog. Good. Nice. So inhaling, lift that left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Turning the back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Let's use an inhale to cartwheel those arms up and out, shoulder height, send energy through the fingertips. Bringing the right hand behind the back, maybe it rests here. On the small of the back, maybe you can wrap it all the way around and grab hold of the left thigh. Then we're going to lean forward with the left fingertips, really folding over that front leg before we flip the palm. Keeping the legs exactly where they are, we're going to take the arm back and bring the torso back. Good, so left arm alongside the left ear, opening the chest towards the sky. And then exhale, bring the left elbow to rest gently on the left thigh. Keeping the arm where the right arm where it is. And then maybe you fancy taking the left hand down to the mat. Yeah, and then if you took a bind on the other side, taking the left arm under the left thigh and clasping the hands behind the back. Just an option. Good. Unbind if you're in your bind, find your way back to your warrior two. Good, arms come up and over frame. The left foot, step that right foot forward. Deeply bend in the knees as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the prayer down to your chest. Good, release into your mountain. So bringing the hands onto the hips. Weights coming into the left leg as we come onto the right toes. Inhale to lift that leg straight out ahead of you. Flexing the foot. Holding it here, standing nice and tall, drawing the tummy in. Then exhale to take the leg out to the side. And again, absolutely fine if the leg drops a bit. Good. Bring it back to the front. Then bringing the hands to, actually let's keep them on the hips for the time being. We're going to bend slightly in the left leg and take the right leg out behind. So we're coming into that nice T shape, the standing leg, creating the letter T with the torso and the back leg. Maybe we can bring the hands to prayer at the chest. So if you flex that floating foot and really engage the muscles in the leg, it will help you to stabilize. Then have a play around with arms. Maybe you take them forward. Maybe you take them back. Good, and then deeply bend in the left leg as you step that right leg back, and then we're going to step the left leg back so we're in a plank. Good, taking a vinyasa, so knees, chest, chin, or coming down in one straight line with the elbows in. Inhaling onto the tops of the feet for your up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Good. So have a nice walk here, really feel how much deeper you're getting into that downward dog now than at the start of the class. And then find stillness. Use an inhale, take that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee forward, tap the right elbow. Keeping the knee lifted, inhale, take the leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee comes forward, taps the left elbow, so we're crossing it over under the body, inhale, lift. And then exhale, come down into your pigeon pose, so that right knee is going to land on the mat behind the right wrist. Right foot sort of going over towards the left side of the mat as you slide the left leg out behind you. So if you've got a cushion or something handy that you want to slide under your hips to make it more comfortable, then go ahead, grab that and do it. Otherwise, we'll all inhale, lift and open the chest, and then exhale to fold over that front thigh. So finding a comfortable position for the arms, maybe you're on the forearms, maybe you're making a pillow for the forehead with the hands, or maybe you feel like extending arms all the way out. Good. If you want to make this posture more active, then why not play around with tensing the muscles in the left leg, and you'll just feel that knee just hover off the mat a fraction. Just feel how that changes the dynamic of the posture. Good. Or you can just leave the back leg relaxed. Either or. Good. Walking the hands back in towards the body. Just shift on over onto that right side as you sweep the left leg around. We're going to extend that left leg, bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Sitting nice and tall, extend the arms towards the sky, create length, lift out through the waist, and then we'll exhale to fold forwards. So if you're really tight in your hamstrings, then take a bend in this left leg so you can really find that tummy-thigh connection, which I keep banging on about. Good. And once you've got that connection, tummy to thigh, maybe once the hamstring just softens a bit, you can start to slide the left heel away and just deepen that stretch. Good. So wherever you are, just letting the head relax. Taking some nice deep breaths, using the exhale to help you move deeper. Good, and then we'll inhale, walk the hands back in. We're going to take that right arm up and over so it's on the mat behind you. As we lift through the hips, come onto the right knee and extend the left arm up over the head. So you're opening the front body here. Good. Exhale, lower back down. Bring the left leg in, so we're now sat cross-legged. We're going to roll over the knees, plant the hands, step back into your plank pose. Good, final vinyasa, so knees, chest and chin are lowering down, halfway hover. Inhale onto the tops of the feet. Push the earth away with the hands and then exhale, downward dog. Good. Good, so having a wiggle here, first of all. And then using an inhale to take the left leg high to the sky. Good, open the hip, bring the heel towards the bottom. And then exhale, bring that left knee forward, tap the left elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring it forward, tap the right elbow. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, bring the left knee to the mat behind the left wrist as the left foot goes towards the right side of the mat. So finding our pigeon pose. Extending that right leg all the way out behind, using your cushion or your block if you've got one to help support the hips. And then inhale, open, lift. And then exhale to fold over the front thigh. So again, finding the most comfortable position for those arms. Just taking some deep breaths, using the exhale to try and release any tension in the hip or the glutes. You want to make it more active, there is that option to tense the muscles in the left leg, engaging the leg and just hovering the knee very slightly off the mat. You also feel how that deepens the stretch in the hip. Good. And using an inhale, walk those hands back in, bring the upper body back up, roll on to your left hip as you sweep that right leg around. So extend that right leg all the way out ahead of you. Bring the left sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale to lift and lengthen, take the arms to the sky, and then exhaling, folding from the waist, fold towards your right foot. Again, take that bend in the knee if you're already tight in the hamstrings. And then use the exhale just to try and help you soften into the back of the leg. Folding a little deeper. Good, and then we'll inhale to walk the hands back in. Take that left arm up and over, find the mat behind you, then lift the hips, come up onto the left knee, extend the right arm up and over the head. Good, exhale, lower the bottom down. Take that left leg out ahead of you. So both legs are long. Sitting nice and tall, bring the arms out ahead of you. And then we're slowly going to roll down the spine, using the core to place each vertebra If we can, individually onto the mat. Good, and when you get down to the bottom, let's take the arms up over the head. Take a full body stretch, make yourself as long and as tall as you can before you hug the knees into the chest. Hug them in nice and tight and maybe have a rock side to side, massage off any tension in the lower back. Before we make our way into our final posture, possibly the most important of all, our final Shavasana. So extend the legs away. Let the feet just gently fall out to the sides. If you have any tension at all in your lower back, you feel any sort of twinge or pinching here, then bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to either side of the mat, and just let the knees kiss in the middle. So whatever the most comfortable position for your legs is, take the arms away from the body, palms facing the sky. So if you haven't closed your eyes already, close them now. It's just important that we take a few moments of rest before we continue with our evenings. So allowing the body to sink heavy into the mat. Allowing that mind to remain quiet for a few moments longer. So in your imagination, just think of your favorite color. And there's going to be a wave of light in this color, just washing over the body. So this light is keeping you safe, it's keeping you warm, it's helping your muscles to melt down, to relax, helping those shoulders sink deeper away from the ears, relaxing the jaw. Anywhere you feel any tension, just let this lovely warm wave of light just take it away. While we take a wander in our imaginations. So we're going to find a place in our imaginations where we feel completely content, free of any stress or worry. It might be somewhere you visited in the past. It might be somewhere you imagine going in the future. Or it might just be a place of beauty deep within your imagination. So go there now and just know that for the next few moments, there is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing else you need to be doing. Just taking this time out for yourself. Slowly beginning to wander back to the room now, back to the present moment. Maybe noticing some noises around you, perhaps bringing some movement to the body. You might like to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, roll the ankles, perhaps turn the head from left to right. And then we'll all take a full body stretch. Before we bring the knees gently into the chest for a final cuddle here. Rock around if that feels nice. We're just going to keep our eyes closed for a moment longer as we pick a side, any side, and just roll onto the side of the body, finding a fetal position. Before you use that opposite arm just to help guide the body back into a seated position. So sitting however is comfortable, just bring the hands to rest lightly on the knees. So taking a moment here to find something about ourselves that we really like, we really love. so that we can leave this class tonight with feelings of positivity and self-love. Bringing the hands to prayer at your chest. Slowly opening the eyes. Thank you all so much for joining practice this evening with me. Namaste. Right, I'll just come and switch you all on so we can have a quick chat. Stop that.